In the league right now, Will Levis, Titans have done a bunch around him going into this next year. Obviously, Jake McDaniels, Caleb Williams in their new positions. What offense do you see making the biggest jump this upcoming season?
Indy. If Anthony Richardson stays on the field, it's Indy. And I don't even think it's close. I have, so there's two conversations around his D-butt. So one, I really believe he's the one guy that can flip the conference upside down. Okay. If he is player-wise what he showed the potential to be coming out of school, and then for those couple games last year, you're talking, oh my gosh, this team is absolutely contending to win that division and be in a difficult situation. Two, everyone continues to say, well, he's got to change his playing style. Why?
Agreed.
Why? If we were going to make him Kirk Cousins, he would have been in the fourth round. I don't want him to be Kirk Cousins. I want him to be Cam Newton. I want him to be Lamar Jackson. I want him to be Josh Allen. And also, for everybody that says this, okay, like we got to make him change his playing style, point to me the guy that changed his playing style and it worked out.
See,
I can't think of one.
In my head, as you mentioned that, I think of a bunch of people who are never able to change their playing style. And then the conversation is always, they are who we thought they were. Like Andrew Luck was told, you need to change your playing style. He refused to do so because he thought he was disrespecting. That's how I play football. Josh Allen, they say you need to change your playing style. Josh Allen said, yeah, but when it's third down, we're in the red zone and it's fourth quarter. Like, there's no chance I'm going to change it because I can do what I can do. People said Lamar wouldn't be able to have success. Lamar is still Lamar Jackson. He's never really changed or batted an eye, even whenever they were telling him to play wide receiver coming out of the draft. I guess Joey Burrow, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be the one because he was put your head down, take a hit his first year, and then he obviously got hurt, and they kind of had to retool that. But I don't know, like he still kind of plays the same. He's just not taking hits.
Plays the same.
Mike Vick had a quick run with Andy Reid when he came back. You know, he wasn't the same.
But I don't think he changed his style that much, D-Butt. I think the offense would just made throwing easier for him because he was like, oh, guys are open now, so I could launch it.
And Michael Vick on a football field would take that 10 times out of 10 if I had to watch it on TV. That is not even. He might have been a little bit older too, so he might have had to use the arm more, which his arm was prolific.
Oh yeah.
I mean, his arm. He could have been. Now there's a guy that it would have been impossible to get him to agree to this, because of what he was able to do. And they were actually, remember the commercial?
The Michael Vick experience.
The Michael Vick experience is like he got to do that every day in real life. Like people were signing up for that, so he would never stop that. But if Michael Vick had to be, for whatever reason, the game you're only allowed to be in a pocket, he would have been. He would have been Tua. He would have been like just the way he was accurate and could throw. He threw that ball out of the arena.
Yeah,
out of the stadium.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, he had the arm. Anthony Richardson also can spin the shit out of it. He really can. And I think as he continues to develop in that, it's going to be great. But the reason why he was selected number 4 overall by the Indianapolis Colts is because he could get out and he could move. And he has the sickest cyclone spike in the history of football after he scores touchdowns. So he's going to have to continue to do stuff like this. And a lot of people talk about like, oh, he takes massive shots. It's like, there wasn't that many massive shots.
It's awkward.
They were just awkward shots, unlucky shots almost last year. And if he can maintain his health, which is a massive if, because obviously Florida and Indianapolis in his first year and everything, it's a massive if. Yeah. He's very, very young. But if he can do what he did for 4 games last year for an entire season, think about what happened with Gardner Minshew and Shane Steichen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, just think
that's my thing too. And A.D. Mitchell.
Yes, bingo.
Josh Dahn also got hurt last year.
Yeah, so let's. Here's the thing, though, Pat. Sometimes I think with some of these athletic quarterbacks, he's unbelievably talented. I think with some of the athletic quarterbacks, the conversation's always, well, he's going to have to stay healthy and avoid hits. I feel like these guys start to like hear that, and then it's always like, oh my gosh, I took a hit. Am I okay? Type of thing. Like, dude, you're 6'5", 250 pounds. You're going to take some hits, dude. You're going to be okay. Like, sometimes you're going to take a hit and you're going to hit the ground and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, am I good? And you're like 3 seconds later, you're good. So there's a little bit of like learning how to take NFL hits and learning that NFL hits are real too. So you don't always have to come out of the game. You don't always just give yourself 5 seconds. It doesn't mean you have a concussion. There's people now appointed to like, hey, he took a shot that we didn't see. Maybe check. So I think he's got to get a little bit used to being like a little bit more Cam Newton and Josh Allen-ish, where it's like, this is the style of football I play. I'm going to take some hits. I'm not coming out of the game.
Yeah, it's going to hurt. Like, it's going to hurt bad. Like, that is a part of being a quarterback, which is why not a lot of people can play the position of quarterback. You're going to take shots. That's how it is. We talked about Dan being skin and bones, actually. Like, he doesn't have a dislocated shoulder there. That's just because he hasn't had sandwiches in a month and a half or whatever. That's just why he looks like he's skin and bones. But he's going to have to be able to stand in a pocket just like this in somebody who has paid a lot of money and practices all year round to be explosive and to hit people, is going to spear you in your spine. Like that is going to, and your face is going to get whipped off the ground. And then every bone in your body is going to hurt, I assume. And the only reason why I know that is because I accidentally tackled somebody one time and I took a shot to my back. My whole body hurt.
Yeah.
My whole body hurt. I felt it through my whole body. And it was like I got up and I just walked over to the bench right at the Vinatieri and I sat down. I'm not cut out to be a quarterback. But that just comes with it. Like, that's NFL football. You're going to get hit. So it's like, I'm not saying that has ever happened for Anthony Richardson, but I think with a little bit of experience now on what to expect, what Mondays feel like after a game, what Tuesdays feel like after a game, getting back into it, we're on the rise. I like where your head's at. Hey, I like where your head's at, Dan Orlovsky. I love what you're saying.
I don't want people to tell him to change his style. I think you got to be you. I think that if you change your style, one of two things happens. Change it. I'm not saying learn. Change it. One, you become a lesser player, or two, you shorten your career like that. Like, you just do. No one's like sitting like, oh my gosh, Anthony Richardson has to become this elite pocket passer and never use his talent. So I would say the same for Josh Allen. I would say the same for Jalen Hurts. I would say the same for Kyler Murray. Like, you can't change what got you there is what got you there.
Amen. I agree completely.